Hello, my dear friends. I'm about to give you a free gift. It's a sample video from my patreon.com site, and it is a mini mentoring session. You'll get one of these every Friday, just as a little teaser, a little taste to see what it would be like to get one of these 5 days a week. If you decide you'd like to have one of these mini mentoring sessions 5 days a week, ad-free, go to A Better Life with FlyLady Kat at patreon.com, patreon.com, and sign up. It's only $5 a month. You get 20 videos a month, and they are designed to give you a kick in the pants first thing in the morning. It's set up so that you can see them first thing, so you can watch them in bed even before you get going. It's designed for payroll and at-home homemakers, and it will help you with the way you think about the way you're doing life and doing the FlyLady system. So I hope that you go over and check out my Patreon site. While you're there, look at all of the other opportunities that I have for you for mentoring. We do personal one-on-one mentoring. There are different levels of that. And also I offer this year in 2022, financial mentoring. So if you need a budget, if you would like to be financially independent, now's the time to sign up for that as well. Okay, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the video. Hello, friends. Today's video is entitled, Don't Talk It, Walk It. And that's all about the FlyLady system and the fact that you probably started telling people, oh, I'm doing the FlyLady system. You tell your husband, you tell your children, you tell your neighbor, you tell your girlfriend, you tell your cousin, you tell your mama. Everybody knows you're doing the FlyLady system, but the house looks about the same because you're not doing the FlyLady system. You're talking about doing the FlyLady system. So what I want you to do is back off on the talk, and let's start doing the FlyLady system. It will speak for itself. You don't have to tell people what you're doing. Wait for them to ask you what you're doing. Hold that little pearl inside of you. And when somebody says, oh my goodness, your house looks so much better. You look so good. You look so peaceful, or whatever it is, you can say, you know what? I'm doing the FlyLady system. Oh, the FlyLady system, I never heard of it. Or the FlyLady system, I've heard of that before. Yeah, it really works. And then you can share with them the FlyLady system, and you can help them, which is such a wonderful thing to do. But in the meantime, if you tell everybody, let's say your husband, I'm doing the FlyLady system, get out of my way, here I go, I'm doing the FlyLady system, and then you fall off the wagon, or you never really get started, then you're going to get a lot of criticism, and you're going to want to stop, because you want to stop the pain, so you'll just stop. And so I don't want you to do that. I want you to really get something from this. I want you to learn that if you do this, it will reward you in more ways than one. So what do we do in the FlyLady system? Well, we start with our routines. I talk about those routines with you on Monday in our live video for at-home homemakers, and on Saturday in our live video for payroll homemakers. And I have videos about all the different things you can do in the system. So we have routines, then we graduate to adding the basic weekly plan, and then we put the zones in there. So when you finally have all three things going, I call it a 3-layer cake. You've got the basis is the routines, and then you follow that with zone, and then you end up with the basic weekly plan. You start with the basic weekly plan first because I want you to get that going, because it's important. Let me tell you why. The routines are just getting up, going to bed, taking care of dishes afterwards, picking up some clutter, getting through a little paper. Those are your routines. Those are important things to do. The basic weekly plan is a weekly home blessing hour where you give your house a quick little clean, not a deep clean, just a little blessing, so it looks better. You feel better. There's a free day for you just to relax. There's, you still do your routines, but you don't do anything else. There's a planning and desk day where you take your planner and you plan out what you're going to do this week, including your meals and paying your bills and, getting your fridge in order, and just, it's a planning and desk day. You're handling anything that went into your inbox from your paper. That's a very important thing to make you feel together, make you feel like you're not at loose ends. Then we have our errand day where we run our errands. We don't run around every day. And, it's not as tempting right now because COVID has us a little more boxed in, but when this COVID epidemic is over, pandemic, then we're going to be out in our cars a lot because we're going to want to make up for lost time. Yay. And you're going to be at Costco, and you're going to be at the grocery store, and you're going to be at the library, and you're going to be at church, and you're going to be doing all these different extracurricular activities for yourself and your children, and you're going to keep the road hot, and that's not a good plan. Instead, I'd like you to have an errand day, and that's what this is about, this fourth day that I'm talking about, your errand day, where you have like a circuit that you run. Now, yeah, you can do all those other things after all your work is done, and this is the work part. So maybe you have to go to the grocery store and Costco and the library and drop something off at to return from Amazon at Kohl's. Let's say you have those things to do. So you know where you have to go first. You're going to start at Kohl's, then you're going to go to the library, then you're going to go to Costco, and you've got maybe you've got a container in the back that keeps things cold in the back of the car. Then you go to the grocery store, and then you come home. Or you have the groceries put in your trunk, better, saves a lot of time. And then you come home, and then you put all those things away, your groceries. Instead of running the roads all the time, and then you say, why can't I ever get my house clean? Because you don't have a planning day. I mean, you don't have an errand day. An errand day keeps that and that's all you have to do for your planning day, for your basic weekly plan, is that's your errand day. And then on Fridays, normally we do our car and purse day, where we get our car clean and our purse clean. And we have a date night. And Saturday is family fun day. And Sunday is renew your spirit day. So those are real important, basic, baseline things. Food, finances, planning, errands, groceries, a little clean of the house, taking care of your spirit, your soul, taking care of your family. Those are important besides your routines. Then when you learn your zone, which is the third thing that you learn, but it's the second layer of our 3-layer cake. The zone is where we're working this week, where we're highlighting in our home. And so we have week 1, or the first zone, which is the entryway, all the entryways into the house, the front porch, the sidewalk, the foyer when you come in, the front hall closet, the stairway that goes upstairs. When do you ever get that? This is when you get it. Some people put their dining room in this group, and that's fine if you want to, but it includes the garage entryway inside and out. It includes the back porch, or the sliding glass doors onto the patio, whatever you've got. Those are your entryways. That's zone 1. Zone 2 is the kitchen. The kitchen. There's so many things to do in the kitchen. So you're going to focus 1 week of the month on your kitchen. The third week is it's called the other room. So it's the hall bathroom and one other room. Other room is a room that's not included in the zone that we've already all the other zones we've talked about. So it would be the children's rooms, the guest room, the craft room, the office, the sunroom, the laundry room, just other rooms that aren't really major rooms for you as far as traffic goes, but they're rooms that need to be taken care of. So that's zone 3. Zone 4 is the master bedroom, master bathroom, and master closet. Zone 5 is the living area. So that could be your family room or your living room, wherever your family hangs out, that room. If you have a family room and that's where everyone hangs out, and you've got a formal living room, then that formal living room would fall into other room. It's not one that gets a lot of traffic, okay? So that's how we do our zones. And what we do in those zones is we declutter. We start in that zone, and we only work 15 minutes a day. What? Yep, only 15 minutes a day. So you're gonna work for 15 minutes a day in that zone doing a declutter activity. And when you do that, you're going to narrow it down to the size of about a banker's box. That's about 15 minutes worth of work in most rooms. So let's just take your kitchen, for example. Let's look under the counter and look at that Tupperware cabinet. That could probably be a 15-minute area. If it's too big, it might be 2 15-minute areas. But that would be where I would start, just one little place. You don't want to say, okay, I'm in the kitchen, I'm going to declutter the kitchen, and you just start going helter-skelter. You won't get it done. Pick one thing. So I'm going to organize the glassware, or I'm going to organize the dishes, or I'm going to organize whatever it is. Pick something, the silverware drawer. I'm going to declutter, and it's actually not organizing, it's organizing and decluttering. I'm going to declutter the junk drawer. Whatever you have in that kitchen that is not seen, you're going to start with the hidden places first, because you're making room by getting rid of things that you don't want, keeping only the things you need, want, love, or use. Those are the things that are going to go in there. They're going to stay. So you're going to give away some things that you have duplicates of, for example. You're going to throw away things that are broken, that can opener that doesn't work anymore, that cookie scooper or ice cream scoop that's got a broken thingy. Get rid of those if they're not working, if you're not using them. And then the put away, things that don't belong in the kitchen, things that belong in another part of the house. So you use a 3-box method of throw away, put away, give away. You stand in one place and you declutter that one area for 15 minutes. When the 15 minutes is up, that means the timer goes off. You have to stop and say, wow, I took out more than I meant to. And then you'll learn that's too big. You need to work smaller than that. But once it's accomplished, you have a win. And that win feels so good because that's a micro example of what the kitchen is going to look like, because you've started here. Now, I know in the past you've done this before, but you did everything and you got it all perfect. And then you walked out and you just prayed no one went in there and messed it up. This way we're learning how to handle that and how to balance it and how to keep it looking good. Not perfect, but good, okay? So that's what when you watch my videos, you're gonna be learning about these things. But this example that is a zone, a kitchen zone, for example. You do the same thing in your bedroom, you do the same thing in the master bathroom, in the closet in there, you do the same thing in your hall bathroom, that's usually the ones that kids use. You do the same thing in your other rooms, your craft room, your garage, doesn't matter. You're gonna work it all out. It's gonna take some time, but you're gonna learn how to do it. And then one day you're gonna say, oh my goodness, this really did work. I can't believe that this really did work, because the way you've been doing it isn't working. That's why you're here. So try this. So you're going to do routines, you're gonna learn the basic weekly plan, and then you're gonna add the zones and put it between the routines and the basic weekly plan. And what I mean by that is, in the morning, you're gonna get up and do your routines, followed by the zone work for 15 minutes. Hopefully around 9 o'clock in the morning, you can have that done as an at-home homemaker. And then follow that with the basic weekly plan. So if you had to go do errand day, for example, now you can go do your errand day. Okay, so that is how you do the system. Now there's a video on it called How to Do the Flylady System for Newbies on this channel. I made it years ago, but it's still relevant. It's about an hour long. You'll need a pen and paper. You need to be prepared to stop the video and take notes so you really understand what I'm talking about. This was just a little of it, but that's the whole video. And then also you'll see in the playlist, I have a collaboration with Inspired by Nikki, where I talk about each of the individual routines, each of the individual basic weekly plans, each of the individual zones, and then Nikki in the connected video demonstrates that in her lovely way, okay? So I have lots of things here for you to see, but the main purpose of this video is that I want you to walk this, don't talk it, okay? Walk it until somebody says, what in the world have you been doing? You look rested, you look pretty, you look dressed and ready for the day. Your kids are so much happier. There's not toys all over your house. You know where your scissors are. When did this happen to you? What are you doing? Who took you over? And you say, I'm doing the FlyLady System, and it really works. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I hope you always remember to be beautiful, because you are beautiful. Bye-bye.